for Ivy, and we's back with another episode of Baddies. So yes, you, come along, follow me, and let's jump right into this episode. So the episode starts off quite lovely. We see the palm trees, we see the water and the waves, and everything seems beautiful, even the music even. But we know, even though it seems fine, it really isn't. Back at the restaurant, we see that Cookie has indeed been submerged, but she is still swinging for her life, and the security is trying to break it up. Sapphire has backed away from the fight, and she's nowhere in sight. And when I say that, I mean nowhere in sight as in nowhere near Sookie. Security is doing their best on trying to get managed on this scuffle, and Sapphire tries to jump on the table to try to act like she's a good friend. Rolly emerges first, seemingly out of breath, but that doesn't stop her from chucking some shit at Sapphire's head. And boy, it hit her right there. Right on her noggin, and guess what? I wasn't mad about it. She deserved it. Sapphire then huddles near Sookie as if she really has her back. And this is when the roast of all century begins. We start off real simple, and Rolly's just letting Sookie know, I try to spare you. I try to spare you. I know my body. See, it has you cornered in that wall. I beat your ass. Sookie's like, nah, you damn hoe. Let's go again then. Fuck. She started throwing shit. E.T. thinks shit funny. And motherfucking Sapphire is still puzzled and confused. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing what you need to do as a friend to Sookie right now? It doesn't take rocket science. But don't get it messed up. I'm not promoting anyone jumping anyone. All I'm saying is Sapphire could have at least opened her mouth. Damn. I'm like, you are real mute and quiet for someone that was in previous episodes telling motherfucking Mariah Lynn to go get her chain. Where's that energy at? That's all I'm saying. But back to the roast of all centuries. So Sookie's like, where your wig at, ho? Fuck. And Rolly's like, but where's your wig? You got a cap on. Where's your wig? And then Sookie lets her know, that's why you ain't got no hair in the back of your head, bitch. That's why you ain't got no hair in the back of your head. Pumpo ass bitch. Fuck you, ho. I'm like, god damn. Then you got Rolly knocked into the wall. And I'm just like, Rolly, why are you so proud that you knocked her into the wall? You're big. No duh. But if that makes you feel like you won, then you go ahead and you think that. But she's singing jingles, waving wigs in the air. Sookie says, you can't beat me, ho. Rolly ain't trying to hear that shit. She walk off like, yeah, alright. Cause why? Cause Rolly feels like she knows her body. The same way Sookie knows hers. But this is when shit gets real funny. Sookie's like, nah, you're tired. And you have love handles, baby. And you can't fight for more than 15 seconds flat. Rolly laughs and starts to shake her bosoms. Rolly says, I know my body, bitch. And go eat some ass, ho. Sookie's like, nah, bitch, you're tired. And flashes her bosoms. And I'm just like, alrighty. Rolly then says, you dirty poom bitch. And Sookie like, your son's dirty. Your son's ugly. I'm like, whoa. Why are we bringing in the kids? But I tell you, when you get the roasting, nothing is off limits. Rolly then says, your piss is dark like Pepsi, bitch. And Sookie's like, this poom has popped several. And lifts her leg. But Rolly's like, let's take this roast to another level. She's like, that's why you sold your career for $50K, bitch. You're broke. And Sookie's like, bitch, I'm rich. Rolly's like, that's why you gotta suck toes on OnlyFans to get a fucking bag. Sookie like, so I suck toes for free. And I'm like, you know what, Sookie, you be proud. You be fucking proud. See, that's the one thing, man. If you gonna do some shit, hey, stand on that shit. She be standing on the shit that she be doing, so it ain't no way you gonna make her feel a way about it, because she staying on that shit. But as they're going back and forth, Rolly agrees to the fact that she knows she sucks toes for free. E.T. decides to grab her water bottle, and she does what she just did to Smiley, and she presents another baptism, splashing Sookie in her face. And like Natalie said, I gotta say, the aim was impeccable. But either way, this has really pissed Suki off now, and she's telling Sapphire, go get that hoe. Go get that hoe. You know, trying to send her off on Rolly, but she's not doing it. She's not being loyal. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to say jump her, but damn, try to have your friends back, man. Like, I don't like how you doing Suki right now, Sapphire. And that's why I say you a cornball. Because this is what cornballs do. And she couldn't count on you when she needed your ass the most. You are a dub. But Suki ain't letting up. And she like, let's go, poom-poom hoes. And her and E.T. start going back and forth. E.T.'s like, oh, so I guess I'm a so-claimed punk-ass bitch. And Suki's like, yeah, cause you is, though. You is. She then tells her to shut the fuck up and throws a wig at her and lets her know she's ugly. And this is when Sapphire tries to switch gears and tries to be the best friend. She's trying to calm Suki down. Suki's like, get the fuck off of me. Get the fuck off of me. I mean, yeah, I would be like that too. I just told you to go fuck that bitch up. She done splashed me with water. I'm soaking wet. And you got the nerve to be touching me. Sapphire continues to be fake upset and Suki isn't having it. She's like, she doesn't know what the fuck Sapphire got going on, but it ain't it. We see E.T. also pouring, I don't know what, on Suki's wig. I swear, these wigs aren't safe. They're not safe at all. But back to Suki, she's still telling Sapphire to get the fuck off of her. She doesn't want to be held and restrained. Back up. Stop. But she won't. She won't because she knows. She feels that guilty conscience creeping in. And she knows she didn't show no loyalty towards her friend. But the point is, Suki don't want to be fucking touched right now. Natalie comes in and she acts like she's trying to be a mediator. But she decides, I'm out of here. I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. As these once best friends are going back and forth with one another, the girls are in the back, some with gimmicks, and Rolly says, send the bitch back to the trenches, as E.T. chucks up the deuces. Suki still does hear all the commotion, and she replies, fuck you, you fat hoe. And hey, these are her words, not mine. But anyways, so Rolly's like, my poom-poom's clean. Go tell that bitch to drink some water. Suki's like, but your ass is shitty. Your pores are leaking cognac. You're trifling. And Rolly continues to yell, brown piss, brown piss. It became so much of a jingle to her, she decided to bend over and shake her grits to it. Brown piss, boom, 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 brown piss. And Suki's like, your booty hole dirty. It's shitty. And you look like a hippo. And Rolly's like, yeah, a sexy hippo. And I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. At this moment, I really thought about Madagascar, and I was just like, where's Moto Moto when you need him? Suki reminds Rolly that she's not a sexy hippo. And actually, she's bald in the back. And Rolly's like, that's cool, because I'm ready to take your nigga. I'm ready to take your nigga. Or your baby daddy. Whoever. I'm like, wow. It's always the confidence that gets me. But I love it. Anyway, Suki's like, what you need to do is take a bath. Take a damn bath. Rolly's like, okay, and you look like Tracy Morgan. Suki then says, okay, yeah, and you're fat. And again, bald in the back. And you're walking around looking like a big back walrus. Rolly then decides to grab a juice that she's seen laying around, I guess, and says, look, guys, this is how her piss looks. Brown piss. Suki says, yeah, and he's gonna slurp it too. Rolly continues to bang on a table with her jingles. Brown piss. Ba-dum, dum, boom, brown piss. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Suki's like, but yeah, you know you be singing along to my songs every day. Rolly's like, you know when your piss is brown, that means your pussy stinks, right? And I'm just like, my. What a roast. Suki also lets us know that Rolly's booty hole is bigger than the whole goddamn room that they're standing in. And again, I'm over here clutching my pearls. And even though Suki is not even close to finished yet, Natalie has had enough. She's like, you know what? We done did enough. We done tore these people's establishment apart. We gotta go. It's time to leave. Sookie then says, yeah, leave you trifling hoe, and then she decides to try to chuck a goddamn bottle at her before Nana boo-booing her. Rolly and E.T. are escorted out, and we hear another jingle from Rolly. Boil that pumple in bleaching water. Boil that pumple in bleaching water. Boil that pumple in bleaching water. I'm sorry, y'all. It was kind of catchy. But anyway, they leave out, and Sookie is looking for her goddamn wig. She said that shit costs money. So she finds it, and she's like, look, she's tired of Rolly feeling like, because she's big, that she's beating somebody up. You ain't beat nobody up. You only can go 15 seconds flat. She can go 45 seconds. She's about that shit. Don't play with her. Oh, why? Because she really fights. And she looks to them and she's like, look, if y'all don't fuck with me, let me know. If y'all don't fuck with me like that, just let me know. Just let me know now. And they're all just looking kind of speechless. But Tasiki, of course, is the one to say, look, if I had a problem with you, I would have got to eating. All right? So we good. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then Sookie expresses that she don't like the fact that a bitch just threw a drink in her face and her right hand didn't do anything about it. Sapphire, of course, is saying corny excuses for why she didn't have Sookie's back. And Sookie's like, look, I don't really need anyone to stand up for me, but I just don't know what the fuck you think you did. We all was right here. We didn't see anything. We didn't see you do nothing. I mean, we didn't even really hear you say shit. Sapphire continues to give all these lame-ass excuses like, how? How was I going to do this? But you were fighting, and Sookie's like, the same way I slapped Smiley for you, you should have slapped her friend for me. Now, that's the type of friend that I am. And as they go back and forth about this, I can only sit here and say to myself, dang, it sometimes takes serious shit to happen to see who's really gonna be a writer. Sapphire showed her true colors, and it is what it is. What I can say, though, is Sookie was truly hurt. You could tell. She was hurt. She really did count on Sapphire, and damn, that was a letdown. So she decides to head on out after, expressing her feelings. And we see the other girls on the van, of course, and running their lips about the situation. Sookie heads onto her van with Bobby, and once she gets in that van, Bobby's like, I can't even believe that shit. Sapphire's, she's a dub. She's fake as fuck. Oh my God. That's your friend? I mean, maybe he didn't say all that, but he did say that she was fake and simply just not here for it. Sapphire tried to get on the van like shit's all cool, and Bobby doesn't waste time. He calls her out like, Sapphire, all right, are you for real? Nah, bitch, because that was fake. That wasn't right. I don't like the way you just did, Sookie. That was fake. And she gonna have the nerve to say how. She said how. He was like, he didn't even answer. He was like, because you're fake. And I was on Bobby's side. So Bobby and Sapphire are going back and forth, and Sookie's just like, just go, Sapphire, just go. So she leaves off the van, and of course she's being delusional. She's being in denial about what just happened. So she goes on the other van and she tries to talk to the other girls like, can y'all tell me like what I did? How did I look like I wasn't a good friend? Can somebody tell me? I'm like, yo, Sapphire, please stop acting dumbfounded. You showed no loyalty towards Sookie and befriended bitches you don't know. Then you're gonna sit here and say that wasn't your friend? In fact, it was the devil? Wow. It's the principle for me. But hey, it's just something she don't get. So she gets some fake consolement from them, and they apologize about the situation as well. Bobby gives Sookie advice on choosing her friends wisely, and we see on the other van that Rolly is exposing something leaking fluids. I don't know what that was, and guess what? I ain't gonna look it up either. Anyway, Natalie so claims that she'll never be friends with Scotty again, and she's riding the other van. And I'm like, Natalie, stop lying. The next morning, it's quite beautiful, the Jamaica air. It just seemed like it smells good. They have their bikinis on and they're by the pool and they're chit-chatting about the shit that happened, of course. But we end it all really with the fact that they claimed they did like Smiley. Supposedly. And I say they had a funny way of showing that. And they decide to practice some dance moves for later that night. The other girls and Natalie also get together to chit-chat about the same damn topic. Because this is what we do in our talking scenes. We really need them, I guess. E.T. comes out hurt. Foot, ankle, leg. Something was wrong. And I'm like, maybe it was from all that goddamn water you were pouring last night. But anyway, Natalie shares her lame-ass excuses for the food situation. And I again call bullshit. Natalie doesn't know how to treat her friends. Or at least the ones that she feels are trying to grab an opportunity from her. But anyways, we get into this whole scene with Sapphire and Sookie, and I guess they're gonna talk it out. But for me, I really just don't care. I'm gonna be honest. You show me some shit like that, I don't need to hear nothing else from you. But Sookie hears her out, and even though she's looking upside her head half of the conversation, as she should be, they hug it out, and they so claim to be cordial, as in for now. We get back to the house, and Natalie is sitting on a couch texting. Doesn't seem like anything's, out of the normal here. But of course there really is. And why you say? Because Natalie is never up to no good. So we end up finding out that clearly Natalie, the so-claimed person that says she's done with Scotty, must still be on her back, texting her, letting her know how she still feels about being told fuck you. And they need to sit down and discuss it. So Scotty comes, knock, knock, and Natalie answers the door. She peeps immediately that Scotty has on no shoes. Natalie's like, I really hope that she's coming here to apologize and say sorry. And I'm like, you're crazy for thinking that. But anyway, so Scotty comes in and she's like, what's up? Natalie's like, what do you mean, what's up? Scotty's like, look, I feel a way about last night. You were really disrespectful. Natalie puts her shit down, and I'm smelling a tussle about to happen. Scotty's like, you know you disrespected me. Natalie's like, I really don't care. Scotty's like, it does matter. Natalie's like, but it doesn't. Natalie's like, you disrespected me by texting me talking all that shit. Scotty's like, but how? Disrespected you? And I was with her. I was with her. Like, if anyone was disrespected, it was Scotty. So Scotty's still like, how did I disrespect you? But how did I disrespect you? Natalie's like, are you going to let me speak? She's like, no. How did I disrespect you? Natalie's like, look, this can go one or two ways. We ain't got to be friends. Because she doesn't care. And Scotty's like, yeah, I know you don't. I know you don't. Natalie is still claiming that someone was disrespectful towards her. And we all say negative. But Scotty's like, you know what? I'm fucking through. I done had enough. I'm not going to go back and forth with you talking about who the fuck was disrespectful when it was you. You know what? And these bitches start squabbling. And I tell you this, Scotty had her ass. She had her ass. She did. Natalie might be a little thicker, and she had a little grip on her bunny. She was, yanking her neck around and shit. Yeah, she had that. But Scotty had her, though. She did. You know what I'm saying? And I was proud. I'm like, yeah, go, Scotty. So they're squabbling in a goddamn corner, and I see Natalie probably give her one good one, And here goes Lemmy Chops here to rescue the day. Not my side chick. Natalie, not her. So he's getting in the middle of it. The security is getting in the middle of it, and everyone is trying to break it up. So they break it up, and we see Lemmy Chops silently leave. You ain't low. Even if your face is blurred out, we saw you. And anyway, Natalie's running around the house talking about, look at your face. Look at your face, Scotty. And Scotty's like, so? Okay, and? Like, bitch, I'm tired of you trying to punk me, period. Like, you're gonna learn today that you're not finna do none of that shit. We gon' bang it out. Like, you're not about to be pushing me around, telling me shit to do. Like, nah, bitch, it's not gonna happen. And I was here for it. Yeah, she had a little knot, a couple of scratches, but she stood up for herself. She finally stood up for herself. And I can only be proud of that shit. Like I said, I was cheering for her. I was glad. Now Natalie knows. If you're gonna keep fucking with her, y'all just gonna have to bang it out. Because you're not gonna little girl her anymore. They talk it out and they end up hugging it out. And like I said, I knew they were gonna be friends again. But what I will say is now Natalie knows. And now I feel like she respects Scotty a little more. And I'm glad. Next, the girls pop out at Pier 1 and they are lit, okay? Everything seems to be a good time. We get to see some grits, cheeks moving, bottles popping, people drinking, dancing. It was all a lit time. Sookie comes in last with Scotty. And, she peeps out the atmosphere and she says she still doesn't really fuck with Sapphire like that, so stay over there. She's going to enjoy her night on her own with the other girls. So they get to, performing and doing what they do, being the baddies that they are. And we end up seeing Sookie actually have a little discussion about how she found out that Mariah Lynn's been going around talking about she has an issue with her. And she's just feeling kind of like, issue? If you had an issue, I pressed you a couple of times. You could have been said something. But you see, that's Mariah Lynn's issue. She goes around talking about the shit too damn much and not doing anything about it. So, I don't know, y'all. But we leave this episode off with Sookie having her eyes on Mariah Lynn. So yeah, man, that literally wraps up the episode, and I want to know exactly what the hell y'all thinking. Do y'all think the same thing about Mariah Lynn? Do she run her mouth too much and don't stand on shit? Let me know down there in the comments. But yeah, I had a good time doing this roast. It really reminded me of a Yo Mama battle that went wrong. No bullshit. But I gotta say, the shit was definitely epic. But that's all I got, y'all. And until next time, I'm out! Excellent beats.